All right, coming back. I've spent the last hour. Maybe I should have just filmed that. Working out the dialogue. Gotta work out your dialogue for every panel. I don't think I'll need that anymore. I did a bit more work on this panel, and I still have to do the lettering, of course. So let's just do that real quick. Whoops. Hey, stop it. Inky. Put you down there. You really do have to do the lettering at this stage, like after the roughs, but before the finished artwork. So if you're doing finished pencils, it would be before finished pencils. And the reason for it is obviously because you may have to resize some things, and I almost always have to resize things, but I am getting better at it. This morning I happened to chance on Cartoonist Kayfabe. They've got a new video, Don't Look, I think it says our early bad art or something like, I'm not sure what it says. I'm just trying to give you the title they wrote on their stuff. But basically it's an overview of their early comic art. And first of all, don't be fooled. Some of it's really good. And like, even when he says, I think I was a senior in high school at this point, it's way better than what I'm doing right now. So they were ahead of their curve. Although, yeah, I don't know. There was a sort of, how can I say this? The better figures were pretty much cribbed. But that's a skill too. I mean, you're gonna have to learn to crib things if you want to get good at comics. That's how you learn. How you eventually get to your own style. You know, one of the things I learned, you know, and kind of wishing I had this style or that style is you only can have the style that you have. You can't, you don't have a choice really. You're not going to change that much. You know, you might practice and learn a certain way of doing things, but it's not going to be significantly different from what you already are doing. I don't want to. How about that? All right. Well, this is a problem. This is a pretty typical problem to have while you're doing lettering. Is it's not centered. It doesn't look very nice. There's a couple of options you have. You can kind of move it in Procreate. That's okay, right there. You can also use the warp tool. There's warp, and you can kind of mess around with it. Now, I don't recommend warp really when you're if you're working with art, because what it does leave distortions. They're very subtle, but they're there. However, for speech bubbles, it usually doesn't matter because you're already, you know, you've left the area where the rest of the art is. So I'm even using a different brush. I'm using the technical pen on those. So let me take the pencils back off. And it isn't noticeably warped like when we put it on there. But if it is, I would have to go back and fix it. If, you know, I always take a look at it. Looking at this. One thing it's missing here is a shadow on the ground. Also, I don't know what this is. All right, shout out. Maybe that's a rock. Okay. Now, it looks like Prometheus is getting the upper hand here. He's going to get basically 3 punches in a row. But even while he's getting the punches in, Stardust is talking smack here. He's like, you may have speed, but as soon as I get back on my feet, like, he's not just stronger, he's way stronger. So it's, but Prometheus is fast and agile. So that's why Ebrex has to step in. I made that IT big. Whoops. Oh, crud. I'm over looking at my Qbert classroom today, and nobody's posted anything yet, other than me. Class is Wednesday. I like to see what everybody else is posting. In fact, it was even suggested by somebody. They said, "Why don't you wait till everybody else posts, and then you can like gauge like what you're gonna post?" And I'm like, I know that that's like a thing, but I'm not gonna do that. All right. Another thing I saw that was kind of neat, and I recommend it for anyone that's new to comics, is Tom Scioli explaining the Witchman comic that he's coming out with. Because what it really is he just gives kind of a history of um, his comics career. Like he started doing it in college, almost as a joke, um, and actually managed to finish a couple of things, and then it became more serious over time. And I quite like all of his comics. I can't think of one I don't like. All right, that looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? Yeah, I quite like this stuff. Now I know I've made this head too big. I'm looking at it. Peter, why'd you do this? Okay, but that's okay. We can fix this. And first way we're going to fix it is, first of all, we're going to erase the pencil. Then we're going to go back on the ink layer and cut that part out that we just drew. Then we're going to make that the new pencil. Then we're going to reduce it in size. All right. You could probably take that into, okay. Something like that, maybe. And tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing because I'm having my wisdom teeth removed. That's why I have such an advantage over most of you normies. It's because I still have my wisdom teeth. Gives me extra wisdom. All right. You've been wondering at my secrets, I'm sure. I think his other arm is going to have to be behind his body. So this is how this fight's taking place. I mean, they're superheroes, so they're all over the place, right? They have superpowers. They can move really fast. Prometheus especially has super speed, and he has super strength too, but nothing like what that guy has, right? Let's say this is his other hand down here. I'm just kind of like freehanding it in because I don't know how it's going to turn out. Okay. If this arm is like this, I think I've got problems. Now I think I can do this by just moving it like that. There. Yeah. Then his arm has to overlap. Oh man. We'll make this easy. Now, it could be I made the drawing too small for this panel. Looks like I have like half the panel left over. And I pushed them all the way over to the right. Well, we'll see. It's like he's kind of speeding over there using his super speed. Oh, I might will take a break. I mean, is it coming together? Kind of. Kind of. Right on there. Okay. Okay, here's the problem right here is this is the what if I could do like if I do these it kind of shows the super speed if I do it like so, maybe. This boy looks like he's wearing pajamas. I think we need to put like multiple sound effects in. Like if we, let's see, I'll put it on this layer. Thok. Thok. Because we're trying to say he's attacking with like super speed. He's coming in like a bunch of times. And the only way that Stardust isn't just like stopping him outright is he can't focus on him. He's getting knocked off balance by this overwhelming number of punches. All right. My real problem here, Inky. There we go. I keep wanting to make sure everything's shaped nice, and I get these triangle shaped fingernails. I'd be okay with a square one. All right, it says, "You hopeless fool! I can take anything you have, and you will tire eventually." Yeah, about this time, Prometheus realizes, whoops, oops. He's not really doing much damage to him. He's just keeping him off balance. Luckily, Abrax notices, and Abrax has a thing he's going to do down here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video for right now. I don't think I quite got a whole panel done, but it was a good start. And I will see you later.